Do you believe in the beat? Do you believe in the way you feel? Well then, you might like my review of Breakin and Breakin 2. Hey everybody, I hope y'all doing well today. This week's Take 2 review is a double hitter, and the reason I'm doing 2 reviews instead of 1 is because these 2 movies came out more or less back to back. The movies are Breakin and Breakin 2. They were made by Canon Films in the 80s, and the main 3 characters in both are Kelly, Ozone, and Turbo. And yeah, a lot of the people, if you were born probably from 95 on, you probably don't know what breakdancing is. I was around 7 or 8 when the first one of these came out, Breakin, in '84, and it caught everyone by a storm. I wasn't one to glom onto fads. Well, to a certain extent, sure. I'm sure I did. But I wasn't always one to glom onto fads, I guess you could say. But as a kid, I was trying to do all the breakdancing moves and everything else, at least for a little while. And little fat kid trying to do all that stuff. If there had been video of that, it would have been YouTube gold. Anyways, our 3 main characters, Kelly, Ozone, and Turbo, are in both movies. In the first movie, though, Kelly is a classically trained dancer. She's trying to get into ballet and this, that, and other, and she's also working. You know, she's not getting a free ride. And one of her friends in her dance class is like, "Come on, come to the club with me. You know, you can see what's going on there. Maybe you can get some inspiration." And she goes and she sees Turbo and Ozone dancing. And of course they're break dancers, and it becomes a movie of not really Beauty and the Beast, but a seeing the other side of the tracks, because she's in the hoity-toity area and they're in the the other side of the tracks, I guess you could say, area. But they end up changing people's minds by the end of the movie. That's about all I can say. There's not a whole lot of substance to either movie, but they're really fun. The dancing's really fun, and the message is pretty decent. I mean, yes, it's slathered in 80s-ness because it was made smack dab middle in the 80s. And it even tells you at the end of part 1, says, "Come back for part 2 or stay around for part 2. And they made part 2 like not long after it, and it came out the next year. Part 2 is very similar, but they're trying to save like this like cultural center type thing. It's a place, for all the poor children to have music and dance lessons and things like that, and they're trying to save it from these developers that want to tear it down. And it's very similar to part 1. It has the best subtitle for the sequel's name, though, because it's Breakin 2 Electric Boogaloo, and I've used that through my life, like the New Testament, the Bible too, Electric Boogaloo. But yeah, I hate that white supremacists have taken to using Boogaloo as some bullshit, but just forget about that shit. The only Boogaloo in my mind is Breakin 2, but it's fun too. They won't win any awards, but not everything needs to win awards. They're just fun distractions from your life. So if either one sounds interesting to you, you can watch both of them, I believe, on Amazon Prime, and I believe on Tubi. And I think on both of them You can watch for free. If not on Amazon Prime, I know you can on Tubi. So yeah, we'll see y'all next week for something new, hopefully.